Top of the morning, top of the morning. It's your boy OGBigsam, aka Mr. White. You know what I'm saying? Mad Monday with the OG. You know, things didn't go as well as we wanted it to go on yesterday. But hey, look, it's a process. You know what I'm saying? We went toe to toe with the defending champs down to the wire. You know, you can only, you know what I'm saying, ask for the effort, and the determination, you know what I'm saying, to keep, what I'm saying, grinding and grinding. Again, we got another one score, loss, and people out here acting like, what I'm saying, we lost by 50. I mean, hey, I don't get it, but I guess, what I'm saying, it's okay to go off the deep end when you don't, I guess when you don't win. I guess that's the way that, most people, you know, deal with loss, I suppose. You know, but hey, I'm just saying, to this point, you got two one score losses, you know what I'm saying? And people acting like, what I'm saying, we done been blowed out two times. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like the understanding of what a process is doesn't sit on a comprehensible level with this fan base. You know, every game it's got to be, what I'm saying, six touchdown passes, what I'm saying, and our defense shut the other team out. There is no respect, for opposition. It just, the mindset is, because we got this talent, we got that guy, we got that guy, you know what I'm saying? We supposed to walk through the NFL, you know what I'm saying, like they an AAU team. And 31 AAU team, and then there's another Falcons. That's the mindset of the fan base, you know. But what I saw from the game on yesterday, on last night, it was, hey, I'm not. Yeah, there's disappointment. You're always going to be disappointed when, what I'm saying, your team loses. You know what I'm saying? But, just watching the game and watching the game within the game, and, watching the play calling, watching the execution, watching, what I'm saying, the opportunities or the missed opportunities, you come away seeing that there's a grit, a determination, another step taken forward, even though we came up short, you know what I'm saying, but another step taken forward into becoming a complete team, you know. Um, because when you really look at it, man, we played the defending champ down to the wire, you know. Um, and we lost by six. Lost by six. I mean, yeah, we just scored. Or maybe, what I'm saying, maybe if that official didn't, what I'm saying, sit on the flag that he should have thrown in the end zone. There sometimes there are more victories, and then sometimes there's just, what I'm saying, a bad case of blind or no judgment, and that's what this was in this particular case. You know, yeah, and people got to understand. Yeah, what I'm saying, it is, you know, it's you gotta just, what I'm saying, believe in the system, I guess, if that's what you want to call it, you know. But um, the NFL just they have to do better with the officiating, because that was just a blatant disregard for the game in this team, and it was, you know. How much more obvious can a pass interference be than that one right there? You know, how much more obvious can it be? I mean, you run the route, you make the cut, you got a player hanging all over you before the ball gets there, and everybody's standing around like nothing happened. You know, but hey, you live, you learn, you learn, you live. You know what I'm saying? You know, hey, it's, it's a hard one to learn. You know what I'm saying? The good, the bad, and the Falcons. The good was, you know what I'm saying, seeing a step taken forward, you know, in, you know, getting more cohesiveness and chemistry, you know what I'm saying, and getting people involved, you know. I think I would like, let me see. The bad would be that 3rd-and-1. We should have been some play action. That one where they handed Bijan the ball and he got stuck. Yeah. And the Falcons. The blatant disregard for the integrity of the game and not throwing that flag on that PI in the end zone. You know, it just can't be no different than that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't. It's just, it's hard to fathom that the NFL, you know, is blatantly letting this happen. You know, I mean, you have no problem, you know, handing out a $15,000 fine for, you know what I'm saying, a touchdown celebration. You gonna fine the refs for not doing their job, or y'all gonna continue to try to run it down the Falcons out the NFL? Well, at least out of this city, because this is overwhelmingly disrespectful. It is a sad representation of this game that we as fans and those players love as well, playing the game. You know, and it makes no sense not to throw that flag. But you know, it is what it is on that. It is what it is. You know, another good, but you know, I just wanted to point that other one out. But another good about this game, the vets on defense leading this team. You know, you saw some of the vets on defense. You know what I'm saying? You know, chatting with Kirk coming off the field. You know, some of the other offensive guys. You know what I'm saying? The positive reinforcement. You know what I'm saying? That just shows that, you know, they believe in this team. They believe in this game. You know, and it's a proud moment to see good veteran leadership like that. You know, in you know, when you have a hard fought game like that and come up short, and it also shows accountability too. It shows accountability and what those guys feel when they let that they let in giving up that last score they gave up to Kansas City. You know, and you know, like they said, they got to, you know, play, you know, complimentary football, and they're standing up to it, they're owning up to it, and they're standing on business. You know, so that's how you know, come to understand and comprehend veteran experience and leadership. You know, you know. I mean, but hey, things happen. We're 1-2. We got the Saints next week. Hate week. It should be another step, you know what I'm saying, in the direction of getting to be, you know, getting into your keys, whether it's on offensive, defensive, special teams, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, getting, you know, all aspects of your particular job down, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, being tight and in sync with the man next to you, you know what I'm saying, on both sides of you in some cases, you know what I mean? Because we got 14 games to go, 14. 14 people. We got 14 games to go. It's 14. Some of y'all act like the playoffs will start tomorrow. We got 14 whole games to, to go in this season, man. You got a lot in Kirk Cousins, case, coming off an injury as where you hadn't played any football since week 8 of last season. You know what I'm saying? You can verifiably say these first 3 games was his preseason. The same could be said for Brady. The same could be said, for Troy Anderson. I mean, you're getting into a rhythm. You know what I'm saying, and getting in these games and trying to maintain that rhythm. And like Justin Simmons said, they got to do a better job in getting off the field on third down to get the ball back to the offense. When when they're just coming off a score, we got to be able to get off the field on third down to get them back the ball to keep their rhythm. And that's what we would like to call playing complementary football. And to see and hear him saying that, and in the conversation that he had with Kurt, coming off the field, that that this is, these guys are in it to win it. These guys are in it to teach it. These guys are in it in the foxhole with each other on this. You know what I'm saying? Because and that shows that his defense is growing up right in front of us. You know what I'm saying? It's growing up right in front of us. They're doing good things and big things for this team. You know what I'm saying? Including being accountable. Some of y'all wouldn't know nothing about that. I've been seeing across the board, all morning, when the discussion is being had about getting off the field on third down, where the defense been doing, you can't criticize the defense. Why not? Been there, done that with that conversation. Remember, a lot of y'all had a problem when I was calling out the $100 million defense last season. Well, they didn't do that. They'd have been the only thing to be playing. That don't mean they ass can't get called out for falling short. That don't mean they can't get called out for missing a tackle or being out of place or missing coverage. You know what I'm saying? And, it's called being accountable, holding the feet to the fire. Y'all didn't have no problem holding Matt Ryan's feet to the fire for 14 years. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so, hey, look. It's called part of being a team. And when you got accountable members of that team, you know what I mean? You end up not making the same mistakes. You end up not making the same mistakes. You know what I'm saying? You have muscle memory, to being in place, seeing your keys, gap discipline, you know what I'm saying? Getting coverage, all of that. You know what I mean? And if one of your teammates missed something that you see and you're like, hey, this is what I saw, you might want to, keep it and check for that. It's team communication, team camaraderie, team chemistry. You know what I mean? Hey, you know what I'm saying? And you're right, Mr. Knight. It's a lot of games to go in this season. You know what I'm saying? What's happening, JB? Just talking about last night's events and happenings. And talking about this defense that is growing up right in front of us, in good fashions from on the field to being team players, being accountable, and trying to figure out how to get better. You know what I'm saying? And being able to play complementary football, you know what I'm saying? To help the offense as well. You know what I'm saying? But it's interesting how the media, you know what I'm saying, portrays. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching it. It's video documented evidence, man. The national media is funny. Okay, we lost week 1. Everybody had so much to say. We won. You know what I'm saying? We beat Philly. And all they want to do is talk about Philly. When we get up this morning, you know, we lost the defending champs. Now you want to talk about the Falcons. Now you want to talk, yeah, video documented evidence. And what y'all doing? So y'all hoping for us to lose, so that then you'll be able to talk about what you want to talk about when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the Dirty Bird. But when we win, y'all can't talk about what you want to talk about when we win, because you can't be negative. You know what I'm saying? You can't try to stand on our head, you know, and poke, you know, pitch, poke, country, Bama, you know what I'm saying? It's as team, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm watching. It's hilarious. ESPN and Fox. And some of y'all that been on NFL Network, yeah, y'all funny. Y'all funny. Now, I give Colin Cowherd, you know what I'm saying, a shout out, you know what I'm saying, because he you know, he's looking at it from a realistic standpoint and looking at exactly what we're doing and how we're coming on, you know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What's up, Xavier? And yeah, it was a hell of a game. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Even though we lost, I'm proud of the fact that we didn't look like we didn't belong on the field with them. A couple of calls and a few cleanups with no injuries. We went, yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And JB, yeah, the media shows they hate us every time it's sickening. Yeah. Yeah. Facts. Yeah, and he did. Colin had our back all off season. You know what I'm saying? And we was making moves, training camp. You know what I'm saying? All of that. All of that. You know, it's just it's just sad that, you know, for 50 years, when we decided to actually try to be an NFL team, just not a fledgling, but you know what I'm saying, you know, no, I'll say the last 30 years. The last 30, because that's when Arthur brought the team. Ever since, I mean, because, you know, when the sale was made, before the sale was made, you know, it wasn't, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't any, let's just say the powers that be in the NFL wasn't concerned with us. Let's put it that way. I mean, the moment when Mr. Arthur Blank took over the reins, and they realized the seriousness of what was coming in, you know what I'm saying, the infrastructure and all, now we become a problem. When you look at it from a big picture perspective, for the powers that be in the NFL, the Atlanta Falcons is a problem. You know what I'm saying? Because we're doing actual business things, you know, doing franchise things, you know, setting up permanent futures, you know, lining things up. You know what I'm saying? To have a sustainable product on the field. You know what I mean? You know, that's a problem. That's a problem. We're not just trying to be exciting. We're trying to win. We're trying to be a winner. We're trying to be a consistent winner. We're not just in here to sell NFL memorabilia. We ain't just about jersey sales. You know what I'm saying? Shoe deals. You know what I'm saying? And you know, being in music video. No, we're about the business of trying to put a winning franchise on the field. You know what I'm saying? And that's a problem to the NFL. That's a problem. When we ain't your little yes man, your little yes team, your little awesome right now. Arthur has brought him and his infrastructure here to build something, to sustain something. You know what I'm saying? To put a legacy, a real legacy out that has the Atlanta Falcons at some point on top of this league. Not as a commodity, not as a gimmick, but as a National Football League franchise. You know, that and that's the problem to the league right now. Because we're doing franchise things. You know, we're doing franchise things. You know what I'm saying? And that non-call last night in the end zone showed just how afraid they are of us being successful. Because Ray Charles, Michael Jackson, and Prince, who are all deceased, could see that was pass interference. Let that sink in, man. Let that sink in. They are afraid of us being successful. You know what I'm saying? Because once that floodgate open, they know they ain't gonna be able to close it back. They know they ain't gonna be able to close it back. You know, it just that's just the bottom line of that. You know, they know they ain't gonna be able to close it back. Yeah, and that right there. That's what they're afraid of. You know what I'm saying? That's the running narrative. See, we're actually doing things in a proper fashion, you know, that other teams have done and to be successful. Now it's a problem when we're doing, you know what I'm saying, franchise, organization, professional, you know what I'm saying, future sustainable product like things. It's cool when the other franchise do it, but it's a problem when the Dirty Birds do it, huh? Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. All right. What up, 330? What's going on this afternoon? You know what I'm saying? But to understand, you know, the game on yesterday, like I said, yes, it's a disappointment that we lost, but from a big picture standpoint, you got to be positive, man. You got to be positive of what we talk. We stood toe to toe down to the wire with the defending champs. And everybody and their mama know if they call that pass interference, there's a different narrative this morning. There's a different narrative this afternoon. There's a different narrative tonight. Yeah. Hey, man, you know, y'all 11 eyes watching this program, man, hit that like button for me. Hit that like button for me. As a matter of fact, while you're checking out my channel, right, subscribe, like, follow, and share. Subscribe. Mr. White's Network Sports Network. Yeah, sub to it. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get to 200 at a particular moment. You know what I mean? You know, my goal is 5. You know, trying to get over the hump. You know what I mean? So, you know, y'all look out for your boy. You know what I'm saying? I got to reduce one of my banners to put all my information up across the board. But I think most of you all, you know what I'm saying, know where you find me at on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? On Instagram and on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? And right here. You know, it's you know, the understanding about this season, man. People just got to understand about this season. It's a marathon, not a sprint. You know what I'm saying? It's a marathon, not a sprint. And the progress, the process, you know, as we in it and live it right now, it's going. Things are coming. You know what I'm saying? we're turning the pages on certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, these first three games honestly were Kirk's preseason. You know, and I think as the season goes on, you know, there, you know, little quirks, little, you know, snippets that are, you know, going to start to click, and you know, things will get to become second nature. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna be fine, man. We're gonna be fine. We have a legit defense. You know what I mean? Um, and you know, and looking toward next week, you gotta understand something now. You know, just doing a little scouting. The Saints lost two players off their offensive line. They lost two linemen. One I know is going to be gone for about 8 weeks, and they ain't got no info out on the other. But yeah, that's going to serve. That could serve. You know what I'm saying, to us very, very well on our defense. You know what I'm saying, in that game on this week. And then we got to fill up some gaps of our own on our line, and you know, and I know there's going to be a lot of talk about discipline during this week. You know what I'm saying? Because even Jake got out of character with his penalties. You know, we got to be more disciplined, man. We're not an undisciplined franchise. We're not an undisciplined team. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing that we got to get better at and clean up. You know. You know what I'm saying? Xavier says, we just faced probably the three best defenses we're going to face all year. This offense has tape now of what they need to fix. In my opinion, we're about to start rolling on offense. And you could very well be right on top of that. You know what I'm saying? What's up, ATLEO? What's happening? Like that's what I keep saying. You know, with these first three games was Kirk's preseason. You know what I mean? It was preseason. So you're dead on. You know what I'm saying, about the offense about to get rolling. You know, in these three games, we've come to see what Ray and Mooney are made of. We're seeing that, you know, Drake is being taken as a legit threat. We've seen that we can run the ball whenever we want to run the ball. You know, and I think, you know, with the receiving, you know what I'm saying, route concepts that are going to be, you know what I'm saying, come to fruition in getting this, you know, offense to be able to, you know, stretch down the field, you know, some more. It's gonna be something to behold, to watch. You know what I'm saying, as the season goes on. Now I will say this much: coming with coming up against the Saints next week. Yeah, we probably have faced three of the. I'm gonna say we're about to face the fourth. You know, just watching the Saints, and that defense has consistently done some things. You know, so I think if we can contain that front, you know, with the run game, you know what I mean, that it should work in our favor, because Chase Young looks like a world beater right now. You know, he looks like a world beater right now. You know, I'm not. You know, like I said on yesterday. You know, you know, it's natural for as Atlanta Falcons fans and Atlanta Falcons to hate the Saints. But you know what I'm saying, the worst thing you can do is not respect your enemy. Now I'm just calling a spade right now. The Saints have retooled their defense. They did. And it's legit. And tell you what else is legit over there with them Saints. Their offensive coordinator. Yeah. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? We just can't think we gonna, you know what I'm saying, show up in that game and just because we hate them, you know what I'm saying, we gonna dog walk them. You know, that's gonna be a fight right there. That's gonna be a fight. That's gonna be a fight. I did. What up, boy? What's happening, man? What's good with you? What's good with you, man? Yeah, I did. I'm just, you know what I'm saying, speaking as a sports fan, a long time sports fan, and you know what I'm saying, this the situation is what it is. I mean, you know what I'm saying, you could talk bravado and goddamn, you know, and want to talk down on them, but Saints got a legit defense, man, and they doing some things over there in that offense. You know what I'm saying? Because that offensive line is protecting Carr. And they running the ball pretty well to damn self. So, I mean, we can't, you know what I'm saying, walk in there and think we just going to do this and this game is just going to, you know, turn our way. You know? To, I mean, you know, it's going to take some work. It's going to take some work, man. It's going to take some work. What up, Corey? In the famous words of Bone Crusher. I feel you, I hear you, and I'm there with you. But at the same time, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you always got to, you know what I'm saying, even with them being your enemies, you got to respect your enemies. You know, the moment you ain't got no respect, that's when you get clowned. That's when you get canned. That's when you get your head bust. You know? So, you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm speaking of, you know what I'm saying, and talking about this, you know. Hey, look, I hated the Saints a long time, but I had much respect for Drew Brees. You know what I'm saying? You know, you have to respect the person who takes their craft seriously. You know what I'm saying? On that level. You know, and yeah, I've said some things about, you know what I'm saying, Derek Carr. You know, but he's getting it done right now. You know, that line is protecting him. Alvin Kamara is running the ball real good. They've retooled their, you know what I'm saying, receiving room. They you know what I'm saying, it's some it's some things, you know what I'm saying, that's going on over there that we're gonna have to be aware of and you know what I'm saying, to be keyed on. Clint got Carr looking like what they paid him for. Yup, 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 most definitely. Most definitely. It sure do. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I mean, it's gonna be a dog fight, like it always is a dog fight between us and them. You know what I mean? It's gonna come down to who execute, who wants it more. You know what I'm saying? And who fights all the way to the end, all the way through 60 minutes. You know, that's what it's gonna come down to, like it always does. You know, there have been some cases where they've gotten the better, you know what I'm saying, of us handling each other, and then there's been some cases where we've gotten the better of them handling. But for the majority, you know what I'm saying, it's been a straight up dog fight each and every time. And I don't expect this, you know, coming, you know what I'm saying, game to be any different. You know, yeah, I don't. It's gonna come down to it being a straight up dog fight, and to be honest, it's gonna come down to which defense blinks first. And that's what I believe. That's what I believe. It's gonna come down to whichever defense blinks first. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. And speaking of defenses, I want to give a shout out to Arnold Everketty. There was an Everketty sign exciting on last night. That boy made a couple of plays. Man. You know what I'm saying? He got his name called. I was like, what? What? So I mean, you know, it's you got to, you know, it's just gonna be, and you did right, Corey. Do not underestimate Carr. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let's think about something. Remember, over there with the Raiders, You know what I'm saying? Before he broke his leg, he was on his way to a historic. He was on his way to a career year before he broke his leg. You know what I mean? And now that I think he's come all the way back from that. Mentally and physically, and he's playing some good football. You know what I'm saying? And the OC, they on the same page. You know, you know what I'm saying? You know, and here come old Anthony. hmm Team didn't make the plays in crunch time we needed. Both sides of the ball wasn't good enough when needed. Overall, I think the Falcons will be okay. Get this win on Sunday, get back on track. Yeah, sounds good. And like I said, getting up, looking across the board this morning, you know, people are again. We got two one-score losses, and people are acting like we've been blown out twice. You know what I'm saying? You know, um, Xavier Kirk is little by little starting to look like what we paid him for as well. I'm on to next week already, OG. I think our safety duo and D line will look good against them. Our linebackers have to be sharp. Well, as far as linebackers go, okay, we're missing Landerman for the better part of the rest of the season. Um, Ellis, Bertrand, Troy, Evan Kitty, them guys, they made some plays, you know what I'm saying? And I think the better the D line plays, the better the linebackers are gonna get, as far as that concerned. You know what I'm saying? I'm see y'all out here expecting, what I'm saying, Ray Lewis, Mike Singletary, what I'm saying, type action from our linebackers. Come on, man. Yeah, I understand, what I'm saying, you want to set a bar, but come on, let's be realistic. Let's be a little bit realistic now. And outside of Ellis, all of these guys are babies comparably, what I'm saying, by NFL standards. You know, but hey, I get it. I understand it. Yeah, Leo. The Eagles have exposed New Orleans. Now the Falcons got to capitalize on their mistakes. New Orleans going to want to go fast and a hurry. Yeah, yeah. That game, which was weird in itself. I mean, it was 3-0 all the way to the fourth quarter. You know, which was crazy. I mean, both defense was playing pretty well. You know, boy says once Kurt gets set in the offense like concrete, the Dirty Birds might win the division. Yeah, yeah. Division play starts this week. We got back-to-back division games. You know, so it's the season. The season inside the season starts this week right here with hate week. You know, you know what I'm saying. So I mean, it's going to be, I guess you could say, shifting gears to to a certain degree with it being division play. But I think that it's just going to be another step in the direction to becoming a complete, well-oiled machine, like I said earlier. And hey, it's we're in it. You know what I mean? We're 1-2, not 2-14. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know. So hey, look, hey, it's Monday, y'all. The OG done, fed you your vitamins. You know what I'm saying? Talk overall. You know what I'm saying? Bulldogs unite. Bulldogs unite. We go to Tuscaloosa next week. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Let me see. Anything else? That's about cover it. That's about covering everything there. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody tuning in, everybody in the chat. You know what I'm saying? The 16 live eyes that are peeping this program. Well, again, hit that like button. Give me 16 likes. And while you're at it, you know, subscribe to your boy. Subscribe to your boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm 37 away from 200. That's my immediate goal. You know what I'm saying? I'm 37 away from 200, trying to get there in a hurry. You know, get this channel legit. You know what I mean? But hey, man, it's your boy OGBigsam, man, aka Mr. White, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Tune in. Wicked Wednesday Sports Tea, 4:30 on Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Tune in. Falcon Friday high noon madness at noon on Friday. You know what I mean? Might be some more new surprises coming up. You know what I'm saying? But just tune in to your boy. Follow your boy. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to your boy. Share your boy. You know what I'm saying? Get the word out. You know, this is what I do. This is how we do when we do it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Hey, my baby sister jumping in here. You better late than never, Christy. Yeah, the O line and D line still need a little work. We need to win this game against the Aints. I mean, that's always the mindset. Understanding something, everybody. Like I said before, you know, when you look at these first three games, understanding something. 2 1-score losses, 1-score, 2, not 2 blowouts, 2 1-score losses. All right, to the defending champs, and you know what I'm saying, to one of the better defenses and defensive players in this game, maybe the best defensive player in this game, is TJ Watt. All right, you know, we've gotten in the mud, we got thrown in the dirt. You know what I mean? You know, we bumped into some walls, you know, some real quick walls, and I'm quite sure that we've learned a few things, and you know, and like I said, these first 3 games were really Kurt's preseason. You gotta understand that. If you look at it big picture wise, this was his preseason. You know what I'm saying? You know, Malik, if you don't get out of him with that Florida noise, you I wonder how long it was gonna take for you to put that. I knew you were gonna put it up in there. You know what I'm saying? You know, so you need to holler at me so we can talk about your boys and mine. Yeah, but yeah, man, we got 14 games to go. It's a marathon, not a sprint. You know what I'm saying? You know, Chris said, I am sick of the Aints fans' mouths. They said they are going to second line in the bins like they did like they did the Cowboys. Okay. I hear him. I hear him. I hear him. You know what I mean? Yeah, they did. They did. And some of their players are saying that too. That bulletin board material. Yeah. That bulletin board material. Them boys saying that thing out loud. You know what I'm saying? They say that thing out loud. Yeah. Almost. Yes, sir. And ditto. I second that and third that and fourth that motion. Right. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Like I said, You know, this start of the week. You know how I do it. You know what I do. It's your boy, OG Big Sam, aka Mr. White, aka Red Boy Killer. Look at him. Hold it down. Make your next choice your best choice. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep it you got to keep it dirty. You got to keep it real with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Look at him. It's Monday, y'all. I'm out.